Okay, so I will call the meeting to order. And as far as roll call goes, do you know, I have an old list.
I got it.
Because, okay,
You're
oh,
good.
you do?
Yes, if you don't mind, just take a note for me though.
Oh, yeah, I
That'd be
will.
great.
That's what I'm, yep,
All right, Ray,
Yeah, here.
Doris. TJ,
here.
Luis is excused absence
Now-
for illness. Robin,
Hello,
Do we have Robin?
Robin, is that you?
this is Manette.
Okay, thank you, Monette. We've got you down. Chris and Judy are
Okay.
excused.
Okay, okay, Madeline, that works. Okay, okay, yes, Kristen Jones.
Dave,
I'm here.
Daniel, looks like
Who's
we have
here?
you today.
Dave,
Dave.
Dave, okay. Stevens, it's David
Yes,
Stevens,
Steve.
okay.
We have Daniel online.
Oh.
Looks like we have John
Yes.
here.
Norman, my last name.
And then we have Monette. We have Dick.
Dick,
I'm here,
me, I'm
I
here.
think.
Valerie,
And then Valerie, are you with us today? Looks like we have one caller online, phone number ending in 8682. Could you please identify yourself?
Yes, this is Manette Parton's cell phone, 360-879-8682.
Thank you, Minette. Sorry, you already introduced yourself. I apologize.
okay, we're
That's all
we're missing Doris, Robin and Valerie, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And then it looks like we have a few guests today, if you want to say with guest introductions.
Yes. Would you introduce yourself and you can come closer if you'd like.
Yeah,
My name is Hannah. I'm on the Oakland City Council and I'm on the Skagit Transit Board, so I just wanted to come listen and hear
Oh,
thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. It's great. to
Spell
have
it.
you.
H-A-N-N-A-H.
All right,
Last
thank you.
name Oliver, O-L-I-V-E.
Thank you.
For those online, in case you couldn't hear, we have Councilmember Oliver from Mount Vernon joining us for our meeting today. He's a new member of the Skagit Transit Board of Directors, so it's great to have her. And then it looks like,
anyone else online?
we have one other caller.
Good.
Valerie just joined.
Oh.
And the phone caller ending in 5234,
There's
please identify themselves.
I'm on it, Robin Gosney.
That sounded awfully, I couldn't understand.
Oh, it's Robin.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Robin, and thank you, Valerie.
so Robin's here too?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just missing Doris then.
That's correct.
Okay, good.
And then it looks like we have Joe with us today. Hi, Joe, thanks for joining us.
That's who?
Joe Kunzler is joining us.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
one of the new
Yeah,
candidates.
that's one of the
Okay.
applicants.
And he's in the upper right-hand corner, I
Yes.
take it,
Yes.
that's him, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, and then next up is approval of the minutes. Can I-
Do we have any public comment?
Oh. I don't, any public comment? No, she's here, to- right?
It looks like Joe has some public comment.
Joe.
Oh,
Go ahead, Joe.
Thank you. Joe Kutzler here. I've decided to apply to return to the CAC. I think right now we need some seasoned hands on the CAC, and we need people who are going to be polite but firm with staff and urge the board to invest more and support the system more. A couple of thoughts. The first is the State Non-Drivers Alliance recently conducted a survey and only 44% of Skagit Transit board members responded. Very few said that they ride the transit on a regular basis. And I think that has to change. I think we need to stress that we have a lot of unmet needs. That 0.4% is not enough to address those needs. 0.4 sales tax, I apologize. There's just a large amount of, and we have a span of service that goes from 5:45 AM until not 8:45 PM. And for Skagatonians trying to get home from an event in Seattle, that doesn't work. And so I can't go to Top Gun Maverick. I have to take an overnight stay if I want to go anywhere. It becomes really, limiting when at around our current span of service. And I think the best way of meeting that is to increase, demand response support. I do want to stress something else that you may or may not be aware of as a CAC. There is a board composition meeting next week. I hope that this committee will be able to formulate an opinion on it. I will tell you that my personal opinion is that we just have the mayors and the county commissioners on the board. So when you directly vote for a board member, you directly vote for mayor or you directly vote for commissioner, you're voting for a transit board member. And so there is that accountability. I tried hard to get us writers some representation on the board, but for several reasons, there's been a lot of pushback, some good, some bad. I will conclude on hopefully an uplifting thought today that I am lobbying hard to have the CAC report delivered earlier in the meeting for some of the reasons that I've given earlier, such as the fact that most board members don't ride the system, and that I think the CAC is what makes Skagit Transit special. So with that, I will conclude my comments and thank you for your public service.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, good. Okay, so any other public comment? Is that it?
If he's going to talk, maybe he had turned his face down. It's hard to hear.
Yeah.
I was able to take some notes, so I'll send them out with the meeting minutes.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from last?
I move to do.
So,
As changed.
As
And I
changed.
second that motion.
okay, yes, exactly. Okay. so-
I got that email on it.
Yep, I did, yeah. Good catch. Okay. All right, and then next up is Malia.
Yeah.
We say,
Oh, yeah.
Do we need to vote?
All those in favor?
oh, I'm sorry.
You're
I
fine.
get a motion and.
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
it's-
I'm
okay, BJ.
Aye.
Aye.
BJ.
Aye.
okay. And then
Aye.
second, okay, and
I approve.
I'm sorry,
Aye.
you're late.
He motioned to approve.
Yes, but you're.
Ray seconded.
Okay, Ray second.
Did-
Audited. Dick
Made the
Dick
motion.
made the motion.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Oh, the.
What would we do?
There was.
So just for your information, it's usually Judy Jones that runs the meeting. And so she had a last minute go out. So we're fumbling a little bit.
You're doing great.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead, Molly.
Alrighty, guys, fixed route ridership for March saw a 6.5% increase from last year, so we're up to 44,894 riders on fixed route. Paratransit actually saw a slight decrease, just 1.9% decrease from last year, but still coming in pretty strong at 6,781 riders.
Down how much?
1.9%. Sorry. But overall, it's good to see that fixed route ridership is trending upwards, and paratransit has as well. I think this is the first decrease that I've seen since being here for the last 14 months, and a slight one at that. As I shared with you guys last month, we are launching our new paratransit software on the 26th. We were really excited, just teeing everything up, getting it ready to go. Operators are getting trained this week up until the 19th. Dispatchers, schedulers, customer service, eligibility have all been fully trained and just working out kind of the last minute details. The communications have been prepared to go out to riders. I am hoping that those will arrive probably Thursday or Friday of next week, just letting folks know that there's now the new app to book a ride and the platform for booking reservations has changed. Yeah,
So they still have, they can call in and set it up.
Yeah,
and,
of course,
because
yeah.
my brother
That
was
won't,
not doing
that won't go
that.
away. Yeah, that
So,
won't go away.
thank you.
Really, the new features I'm really excited about is it allows us to have an app. It looks almost identical to Uber, so it will tell you, you know, your driver is arriving in this vehicle, this license plate, 3 minutes out. It will allow you to see all of your rides in the app, which is just kind of handy. And if you need to modify or cancel them, you can do so. We're not allowing same day modifications, just same day cancellations. So nothing's really changing in terms of like policy or procedure, just a little bit more functionality. In addition, for, you know, situations like your brother, if you were like a caregiver for him, you could see all of his rides and book and cancel on his behalf. And you can follow his ride now, which is kind of cool. So if you wanted to make sure that he did in fact get picked up, you would see, all of the information of, you know, he's
That's
on.
good because sometimes gets sent to the hospital and so it'd be nice if I could cancel the next day for him or
Totally.
something. So I'll have to.
We're excited about that functionality. I'm also really excited for the care homes, because now they'll be able to manage all of the clients that they book and schedule on behalf of. So I think it's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna optimize your fleet, which is really important. As you guys know, we had a really significant uptick in overtime last year, almost $1 million. And I think a lot of that comes down to fleet optimization and just making sure we're booking our vehicles the most efficiently. That overtime wasn't just paratransit by any means, but it was largely in part to the increase of paratransit ridership was up almost like.
So that
100%
app
last year.
has that been used by other companies? It's been out a while, so it's probably
It's-
pretty bug free.
It's called a white label app too, which is neat. So it will come up as Skagit Transit paratransit. Unlike UMO where it's something we use, but it's UMO's name. This is just gonna look like it's our agency, which I think is a helpful barrier.
That's cool.
And it's available in different languages, which is great. So I'm just excited. I think it's gonna provide better accessibility to riders throughout the county.
You know, I think that's a good point because when I look at UMO, I completely disconnect it from
Right.
Skagit Transit. And so when something is connected and tied,
Yeah,
I think that's
like
huge.
that. I think this will be good. And then let me see what else. Sending out those communications, you guys will see them. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Actually, I might just send them out to you guys via email, like in the next day or two. If you guys don't mind taking a look and just saying like, I still have some questions, this isn't clear, that would be really helpful feedback if you guys don't mind. So I'll send those out to you guys. Okay. We briefly discussed the 536 bridge striping project. I've been speaking to WashDOT about this. It sounds like their pre-construction meeting has been pushed back to May 19th, so next Tuesday. At that point, they will set a date for project start. They need to set up containment. I've heard that it could be early to middle June, but haven't heard that officially from WashDOT. It was supposed to start early May. I'll keep you guys posted, but really those are the detours to the 615 and the 40X. For the 615, we're missing a few stops at like Penn Road and McLean, Washington School, and Edgewater Park, eastbound only. It's going to deviate up Avon Allen to State Route 20 and get back on the freeway. Minimal impacts there, very low ridership at those stops. So I'm hopeful that it won't have too much of an impact on ridership. And then for the 40X, similarly so, we are going to deviate to Avon Allen up to State Route 20. We're actually adding a little bit of service at Avon Allen. If you guys are familiar, Avon Allen was only serviced westbound, right? Kind of at the, like near the WSU extension, Avon Allen in that area. And we're adding service, just knowing that we're missing folks kind of on the end by the bridge, hoping that that improves connection. So those maps have been finalized. They're going to be going up on the website this week. We don't want to release them too early, just not knowing when they're going to start, but they will be incorporated in the new rider guides. The new rider guides will be here in like 2 weeks. And so you guys can expect to see them. If you have any questions, let me know.
Is there any routes going to be modified or cut or what?
Those 2 routes will be modified, the 615 and
Yeah.
40X.
I mean, the regular routes.
No.
Not yet, anyway.
Nope, just those 2 route changes. No other route changes going into effect right now.
Cool.
Yeah. The transit development plan, as you guys know, that's a 6-year plan. We do it every year. I'm pretty excited about this year. we've put a lot of work into it and it's been fun. Updating our financials has been a big priority. As you guys know, a lot of the changes that we've wanted to see with the LRTP haven't been possible just with like our funding, not really being all that clear with what we have access to. Been applying for so many grants, and I'm hopeful with a few of those that we'll get some money for extending, service on 70X and the 80X. Joe Kunstler's still on. I think he'd be happy to hear that. We're really pushing to get some extra funding to increase service, on those routes. And thank you, thanks, Joe. And then pushing for a new fare collection system. We are evaluating what's best for the agency, but as we look towards regional mobility, we would love to be on something like Orca, which I know that there's more to talk about there, and that's going to be a much bigger conversation. But just the concept, at least, of having something that's a bit more regional appeals to us as an agency, and not having to work with systems, that are a bit more restrictive, like IMO, having to operate within their network and their framework has been difficult at times for us.
If you did do Orca, would it be tied into the Washington State Orca?
Yeah.
Just everybody?
As it stands, that's really the only option if we were to consider Orca. Orca has like its own governing board. It's really interesting how they've assembled that. And so we would be sponsored as like an affiliate partner of one of the larger agencies. It would likely be Community Transit. We're still, in that conversation, negotiating with them. But they've been really amenable to working with us, which would be great. So there, like I said, that would be years away.
What do we
and
have right now? I mean, do they collect cash at all?
we will probably always accept cash on
Okay.
vehicles, at least from what I've heard. That's a huge barrier for folks to not accept cash. And then when we just talk about like the geography of our county, we don't have places where people can load funds like out, upriver or in Anacortes. And so being mindful of that, I can't imagine we'll move away from cash anytime soon. Okay, and then entity report, as you guys know, that's our big federal report for everything, for service level performance and financials. We did submit it, and it was returned to us for some adjustments. So we're actively working on addressing those items. That's pretty common for them to return things where they want more information or they request additional documentation. So we're working through that progress. Our report is supposed to be returned by the 18th, so next Monday. We're on track to do so. One of the things that I've shared with you guys is with the APC certification. So as you know, on all of our vehicles, we have APCs, they're sensors. When you get on and off the bus, it counts you as a rider. We have to calibrate those though, because they can become uncalibrated and then count somebody too many times or not enough. And that's how we report a ridership number to the FTA. And so every 3 years we do a triennial review and we recertify that and we send it to the FTA for their acceptance. And they say, yeah, like your method for collecting data is appropriate. I finalized the APC certification back in March. And then when looking at that dashboard and getting our numbers, I was pretty alarmed to see that there was a pretty huge discrepancy from last year's report with uncertified numbers versus this year. And that kind of had to do with the sampling plan is typically approved, like I said, every 3 years. But during COVID, they had extended that. And so the average trip lengths weren't updated. Not to get too in the weeds, but we've been working through that and trying to figure out is it a problem with our current APC certification, which I do believe it is. They're still finalizing what those trip lengths should be. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. I think that when we first reported, we were concerned it was going to be a larger problem than it is, but we're still ascertaining, like I said, like have all of those vehicles been reporting data? It was our understanding that they were, but then looking at our dashboard, it shows that there's a number of vehicles where the APCs aren't properly pulling information in certain parts of the county just due to broadband. And so kind of trying to figure out like the 717 is mostly impacted by that, right? But there are a few other routes where there have been, delays to that information getting uploaded appropriately. So I'll keep you guys posted.
Do they calculate them
Every few years we calibrate them.
and make sure they're all working?
Yeah.
I guess that comes down to money.
Exactly. And that's why I tell you guys is like,
Leadership.
I'm very aware of the implications of what that could mean. So I'll keep you guys posted. I just wanted you to know, like, it is something that we have to be really mindful of and cluing you guys in if there is an issue there where we have to, I mean, obviously we're reporting the right numbers, but if that does affect our funding, this is kind of
Yeah.
walking you guys through that
We
process.
want to make sure that it's good in our favor, I mean, at least, but
Well, I mean,
correct anyway.
Yeah. right. And that's kind of what I had for an update from Skagit Trans staff. I'll send the list of events out to you guys.
Any idea yet when the big move to the new building may happen?
gonna be a
And
few
will it
years.
likely be staged?
It will be staged. We're about 2.5 years out from that happening
Oh,
still.
that far off?
Yeah,
Oh,
we just completed phase 1 of construction, which is pretty big. But I mean, it's a big move. There's a
Yeah.
lot that's going
Been
into that.
going on a long time.
It has been, yeah. And the delay in funding was pretty huge, impact to us of
Okay.
just getting that money obligated, but we have it now and we're moving on it. One other, I guess, facility update I can give. We are nearing the completion of construction on the driver restroom here at the station. That has been another project that took a very long time.
Driver
Driver restroom in the break room, so,
At where?
here at the
Oh.
station, which is good, so.
Did we not have one or was it not quite?
We have one, they've just been using the one in customer service, but in case you guys, I don't know how involved you had been in that, but this has been like a 3-4 year project, so it's
Oh,
very exciting to have it done. We're gonna do a ribbon cutting with toilet paper.
They used to have a coffee shop that apparently it didn't do very good.
That's the bummer.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty, is there anything else I can answer there, guys? I know that's kind of, you running through things quickly. Rogelio, did you have
And
anything?
yes, the app that you say,
I'm sorry, did you?
the app that you say, right? So I was asking, the app that you say would be, when is it gonna be launched? I think probably I might have missed that. The app that will be similar to Uber.
Oh,
for-
thank you. Yeah, sorry, we're having a little hard time hearing you, but the app for paratransit is going to go live here in like the next week. You'll be able to find it in the Apple Play Store, the Google Play Store. It's Skagit Transit Paratransit is the name of the app. And, yeah, it will be available for download next week and folks can use that, for managing and booking their paratransit trips. At this rate, it's only going to be available for paratransit. Thanks, Joe, for joining. There's a world in which we would, maybe add microtransit to that in the future when we get microtransit up and running. But we're still a ways out on that, just kind of figuring out funding and whatnot for the micro pilot. Yeah, Valerie.
You
So
mentioned,
the
you mentioned
restroom for,
guidebook. And,
Sorry, Valerie.
so the restroom and break room for drivers is going to be in the place where the cafe used to be?
No, they actually already have a break room back there. It's on the back side of the cafe. There's a little like seating area. It is encompassing of the cafe as well, but it's a larger area. And they have some couches and access to the kitchen and stuff there. And then we're just adding a restroom in there for folks.
Oh. Okay, thanks for that clarification.
You bet. Last thing really quick on the applicants for our open CAC member positions. We received the 3. I hope everyone received them. If you didn't, I will resend them. Please take a chance to review them. We will have more of a discussion next month. We will invite the members to come. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask of the applicants, that would be great. As a reminder, we have the application from Joe Kunzler, Joe McDonald, and then Kurt Kennedy. Just a brief synopsis. I think you guys, know Joe, you've worked with him.
How many vacancies now?
We have 2. Yeah,
I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should go ahead and resign. I've been here a long time and give somebody else a chance to.
I would love to talk to you about that some more. I might just call you this week if you don't mind.
Okay.
We can chat about that. I appreciate that. We are up for like election again in the fall. So maybe there's a world in which you'd be interested in staying on until then, but we can chat a little bit more about that. I appreciate that.
Okay.
I would love for you guys to take a deep dive on those applicants though, and think of some good questions to ask them. And then the CAC will take a vote next month. And then those recommendations will go to before the board for their consideration, and then they will ultimately decide. It's on the
Oh,
CAC.
but
We don't want to do you.
I don't know. I'm 82 years old, so you might lose me other ways before long, so who knows?
Well-
Don't say that.
I'm,
Especially when I'm
getting there.
88.
You're ahead of me then.
All right, I think that's all I have.
Okay. So I do have a question. Wasn't there some talk about, with the events, including some CAC members and some of those?
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you said that. Sarah was unable to attend today. She had a family conflict. I will send out the list of events, or I'll have her do so. It will come from one of us. There are some upcoming events that we'd love some involvement in, one of which is the Blast from the Past, and the Berry Dairy Days. We'd love to have you guys attend if you can. As always, though, with our events, we're like very happy to have you guys. We try to be a bit more selective with the ones that we say we would really like to have you there for, just because we want to be mindful of the commitment. But if you are ever interested in joining, or if there's one in your community that you'd like to be involved in, please don't hesitate to let us know. I'm glad you said that, though. I can do a better job having her send out that list each month so that everyone knows. about
When
community.
there's Berry Dairy Days.
Is it June 19th? Does that sound right?
Very Dairy Days,
That sounds.
4th. It's like the middle of June.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
I think it's June 19th or June
Yeah.
20th this year.
So maybe we could include, if there's a series of events, or well, of course you have events all the time, but maybe we could add a line in the agenda. so
Yeah,
that
it's
we could-
supposed to be on there. I apologize. I just didn't get it from her
No,
and I'm for being out, but I'll have her send it to you guys so that you know what the upcoming events are for this next month. Oh, one other update, my apologies. Our customer service position, Jenny, she has accepted a new role within the agency, which I'm very sad to lose her, but very happy for her as a dispatcher. And so customer service is open, received quite a few, I think like 72 applicants. So we have interviews this Friday. I have 5 interviews scheduled, so I'll keep you guys posted, but anticipate having another new member of the team joining customer service. So,
Is that for just here or everywhere?
just here at the station.
72 applicants.
Yeah, it's good. Last time
And
it was
what
200.
percentage
so.
are you going to interview?
Right now, we just have the 5. I had a short list of 7, 2 of them declined. I think that's probably enough to get us someone really good, but we have a backup list if we need.
Did they send you backgrounds or not background, but you know,
They're like experience. Their
yeah,
resumes.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's always fun to read through like what different people have done.
I would imagine that nowadays with all the, with everybody's ability just to throw out a resume everywhere, that the majority of them don't come close to qualifying.
Yeah, you do see some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the next on the agenda is the survey from Inner City Transit, and that is a Judy thing.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave that. And then, okay, so old business, week without driving. I don't know that I would have put that under old business, but, so the week without driving, last year, for the most part, we were attempting to get involved in that. But I think we got involved in it a little late, so we really didn't participate the way we wanted to. So this year, we are hoping to change that. So a couple of weeks ago, Judy and I got together with Malia, and based on, and we put together, I put this together, 5 different activities. I've run them by Malia and I ran them by Judy. But a lot of these activities are things that we already talked about. We talked about last year, we just talked about it, but we didn't get it going. So these are 5 activities, but the thing about these activities is the difference is that what we hope to do is partner this with Skagit Transit. Instead of last year, we were planning on going on our own and being involved in Week Without Driving. So I think all in all, that's a big step for us to work on something like this. So I'm really happy about this. But anyway, what I have here is a list of 5 activities. And what I'm hoping is that all of these activities involve effort and work by both Skagit Transit and by us. So I'm hoping that everybody on the CAC will look through this list, and I'm hoping to find a CAC member that will lead one of the activity, that will lead every activity, and just kind of manage it, if you will, and then we'll coordinate. I'll coordinate with the leaders of each of these activities, and then I will work with Malia if that, and please step in at any time.
Okay.
So if we do, so that's how I'm seeing this will work. So there's, again, I'm going to pass them out. I don't want to go over these right now in detail, but if you read them over, and if there's something that activity that interests you, I'm hoping to, again, I'm hoping to get somebody to.
Thank you.
And
So I just to add to that a little bit, we have had discussions about the Week Without Driving, and I would love to learn more from you guys as to like, you know, what we can accomplish. Like, what is our goal in doing this? I know in the past, I've obviously only been here a year, but last year when we had gone to the board, or, you know, when Judy had gone to the board,
right.
she had suggested, you know, going without driving to a meeting or just even for a day. And I think it could be really cool if there was more of an ask from the CAC to Skagit Transit staff. Personally, I think it could be a good opportunity for a few members of my team to ride the bus for a week, you know, or a couple of days of the week. And maybe it is that you ask us to find 1 or 2 short-term improvements that we can make that are cost neutral, right? And that can be something simple like updating the graphics or, you know, refreshing something on the bus. And then maybe there's a couple like longer projects or bigger projects with some type of budgetary component assigned to it. We would like to have new enunciators, or we would like to have bigger screens, like feedback that we can kind of use as we work on our planning efforts to talk about, you know, like funding, how can we look at funding for it, or it means a lot to us when the CAC is able to kind of come behind 2 or 3 recommendations of the network and say, we know there's a lot that could be improved, but these are like kind of our priorities. And I've asked Rogelia to really kind of step in and support this as our community engagement specialist, like to hear your guys' concerns, document them, and then to help me kind of follow up with you guys on them. And so I see Week Without Driving as a unique opportunity to do that. And then, as Irene mentioned, like there's other avenues, right, where we can pick a couple different events, and maybe we all ride the bus one day and grab lunch together, and it's just a chance to have a working meeting. But specifically when it comes to the board, my encouragement would be to really nail down, like, what is it that you're asking of them? And like, what is the hope? Like, do you want them to have like the experience to ride the bus, or are you hoping for them to see something? Are you asking them to ride within their own communities, or?
So, and that's what we have here. We have just the foundation. So when somebody elects to become the leader of the activity, then they can develop it more and enhance it more. And I know that when we talked, you spoke about you wanted each and every activity to be collaborative and productive. And so on here, there are outcomes. And so there are actually so on each and every activity, there is a benefit to both of us.
Totally.
And so
Irene did a great job on that. I didn't mean to say that she hadn't done that. I just, as you guys review them, be thinking
Right,
of that, of like,
exactly. No, I
what is the
agree.
ask and then what's the desired follow-up from
Right.
it?
Because the takeaway is it should be collaborative and productive. And so that is it. And if you can enhance these, please do. And you know, and but again, like the lunch without driving is on here. So
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah, it really will be. And so, but this is just, these are some suggestions, and then as you go through it, you might see other ideas, ways to make it better. And then just let's us first discuss it amongst us, and then refine it, and then we'll come to you. And each one of these also involves your staff in some way.
Which I appreciate. I think
Yeah.
that's important.
And the difference is, what I like about this is the week without driving, we can support the week without driving, but to be honest with you, I think the most important thing is just us working together and getting to know each other better, and you know, the productivity that
We could all have lunch together. That sounds pretty.
well,
To that point, I just want to add, Rogelio has been updating a lot of materials for us in the last couple of months, one of which is the kids' activity book. And so I think it could be another opportunity, right? Like if he's updated a material, maybe then the CAC as part of Week Without Driving, like we go to all the libraries and we hand copies out or something, you know, like I think there's some of that work that would be really cool and easy, but like helps us kind of just like spend more time together, getting the word out about services, improving face-to-face connection with community members, groups, so.
and you know, as we go through these, I think, again, we've talked about these in some form last year, you know, going to the board, communicating with the board, the week without driving, just personal or commitments by the Skagit Transit Board. What was, let's see, the other ones?
I think, like
And then-
specifically with our fixed route and paratransit, I don't want to speak for you guys. I want this to be what you guys want, but I think something like asking, members of the board or even just executive leadership, right? To ride para with somebody, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't think it necessarily has to be the kind of classic week without driving of you give up your vehicle, because as great as that is, it's not reasonable for most folks, right? And so, and that's something that we want to address, right? That's the whole purpose behind it, but we can start small and still have really good impact with asking folks to consider.
How would that work?
that.
If right that
Well, I know like in the past, Judy's offered, you know, to have, you know, an accompaniment for her ride of, you know, a board member if they were interested, if that was something that they chose to do, you know,
So
they could ride along with
I
her.
have talked to Judy about that, and Judy volunteered Chris and herself to.
So if they rode, I could go right to
Well,
with.
Yes, and that's something, that's an activity on here. So if one of you wanted to in between the
I
horns,
appreciate the effort. I'm not sure it's gonna do it.
yeah.
Just have to wait.
If they didn't notice, we have a train.
Yeah, so the parent transit is activity number 5. So for example, if you wanted to lead on that, then you would develop it further and work out all the details on that. So that's what I'm looking for, as far as somebody managing each one of these activities.
And I did talk to Crystal about this. She would love for everyone to review, come together, pick a couple priorities, and then she would love to chat with you guys about them kind of first, ideally, if that's good with everyone.
So
And
how
then.
would that work if you can't ride?
Well, yeah, we don't qualify for the
We don't.
transit, but
So how-
as a
But
guest.
it would be,
Well, you could also, you know, offer to ride fixed route together or.
but again, that would be the details that the leader would work
Yeah.
out, that the person that would lead the activity would work out, and finalize.
So like if Judy was, if he did that, I could write with
So
her.
you would, so let's say you decided to take the activity on and lead it, then you, and again, this is the foundation, so you could start here. And because these have all kind of been worked through to some degree, and then you could work and see how feasible all of the suggestions was. You can add to it, you can subtract from it. And you might go to Judy and say, where would we pick up? How would we do this? Who do we need to contact to get authorization? So you
Yeah.
would work out all those details as the leader. And then let's say you wanted to lead it, but you were looking for somebody to do the ride along, then you may want to be part of it in that respect and just do the ride along piece of it.
So we could get permission to ride on the paratransit.
Yeah, but
for
that would be
some-
the
one time.
activity leader's responsibility to work out all those small details. And we would work together and then I would work through Malia and then because I'm a bit concerned about everybody contacting you. So
Oh, that's sweet. I'm not super worried about it, but
okay,
that's sweet of you.
that's fine. But again, we can talk about that and get this started because last year, again, we talked about a lot of these things, but we never did have a chance to go through it. So,
Right.
so,
And I would just, my
Yeah.
only concern would be taking someone's seat if there actually had enough people. on the
well,
bus.
that's
And
that would be
yeah.
part of what the activity leader would.
It could really be
Would-
anything. I mean, Irene's
Oh,
definitely
I
given
think it
some
would.
good options, but it could be something as, simple as we think it would be cool to create an itinerary for how to get to the library without taking your car, right? Like it could be a slew of things. So just kind of be thinking about
Yeah.
what you think could
Because
encourage.
the trainer would also work with people that need paratransit, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But that would be fun to go out.
So in that instance, Judy could probably be more, provide more detail about that than I could.
So
That
we
may
could,
be Malia.
so we could maybe ride with Judy and see how she does on paratransit.
But it depends on how what the activity leader, how the activity leader develops that activity. And so then that activity leader would come to us and say, I'm looking for 2 volunteers to ride with Judy or with Chris. And so, for example, the lunch without driving, this is again, this is just a foundation to get you started. But we thought about maybe getting some members from Skagit Transit and meeting here at the transit center and then taking a bus to go to lunch
That'd be cool.
and coming back.
Were you here when we went to La Conner
Um,
at that time, or were you not?
I wasn't here with LaConner.
Okay.
We
Because
went
But-
we had lunch and we went to the museum. I know Chris was
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been up to.
Yeah.
Concrete.
Yeah, we went with,
Well, Chris was with us,
yeah.
BJ
and
was
B-
with us.
Yeah, BJ's the one that told us.
He showed us a good place to go and where to have.
Yeah, so for our next meeting, I'd like to have activity leaders identified. And I will also, by the way, I'll also send this out electronically via email, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and so by the next meeting, if you would just look it over and decide if you want to be one of the trip leaders. And just, if you're a trip leader, that doesn't mean that other CAC members can't be involved. It's just that you're going to be the catalyst, you're going to be
You'll be the boss.
yeah, you're going to be boss, yeah. So and the other thing that Judy and I talked about is extending the meeting next month for a half an hour and we can start at 4:00. Is that possible?
Let me
Maybe
just
not with
capture.
you, but if we could come in here Ooh, maybe it makes more sense to,
Let me just, maybe you and I can chat with her
okay.
later this week.
Yeah, because I think we're gonna need more time. So what I'd like you to do is take a look at it. If you're interested, please email me and then we can start the ball rolling. And then and just discuss it in a little more detail. And then I'm looking for you guys just to take it away and do and work it from there.
Thank you for your work on it.
Cool.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
so
Cool.
I think
My dinner
we
tree.
have a list of everyone's emails. I think I have yours.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I have a
Well,
list.
Judy,
Yeah, Judy would.
yeah,
Oh,
all the emails that we,
I don't-
well, I don't know, because those emails also contain Skagit Transit people too, so maybe,
Actually wanted to chat with Judy about that in this setting. We have set up a chair at the CAC, like official Skagit Transit email, just to make sure we're keeping track of all that correspondence. Just with public records requests and everything, we really need to have a better avenue for being able to retrieve those records. And so going forward, we will likely have the chair utilize that email for all CAC related communications. I'll talk to her about it, though, obviously,
Yeah.
it's all been set up, so. Going forward, if we could keep our communications at least somewhat tied, I don't have to be on everything if you guys want to work on stuff outside,
Yeah.
but just to make sure that that CAC email is tied into the thread, that would be great. We can talk about that a little bit more in detail too. I can kind of get some
You're-
information on what that needs to look like. Stuff.
You're gonna send this out to all of us?
We
yeah.
can take it home.
I'll send
Well,
you,
I'm going to take it.
yeah, I'll send it, yeah, I'll send it out. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Just try to, you didn't bring a bag, but take it home with you.
Well, I will. I
Usually
don't
leave it in
I
the
don't
car.
have your email.
No, there's a list I can give you.
Oh, okay.
And Judy, she has.
but I will, when I send it out, you'll have my email.
Oh.
Oh, that's true. Us old guys don't know that stuff. Come on.
We're gamers.
Oh,
We're used to that.
No.
Okay, I think that's all I have on that. Are there any other questions?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Then the,
Hello, this is Minette Parton. I just wanted to mention that, no, I did not receive the email with the people who want to join Community Advisory Committee. So I would like to have that, and I look forward to, is it Irene sending out this information about activities and how we can all participate? Thank you.
yeah, and to those that don't have email,
You can send it to me. I mail their packets each month,
oh, thank you.
so I'm happy to include it.
Okay. Then I'll
shoot
send
me
me
an
it
email.
under a separate email.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd appreciate
Yeah.
the reminder on that. Thank you.
And then, that's old business cleared up, new business, the new agenda format approval. I don't know, from here on out, Facebook Skagit and the member liaison exchange program. That's it.
Yeah, those are all Judy items.
Yeah.
The agenda, Judy's been doing the agenda. I've been doing the meeting minutes.
Okay,
Unless there's any issues with the agenda format, it is plain text, but that's most accessible. So we've been using that format. But if you guys ever have any concerns with it, please let me know. We can adjust. But that just works really well with her screen reader to do it. So we've been, yeah,
I
utilizing.
think I'd rather get things in PDF format than in
Okay.
doc format.
I can change them. PDF isn't all that accessible
It's
for her device.
universal and then I don't have to run Word to
Sure,
get it, so.
Sure. Yeah, for her device, PDF doesn't work well, so she does it in Microsoft Word, but I'm happy to transfer it into PDF format when I send it out to you guys.
Okay.
That's an easy thing to do. When I put it on the website, it's a PDF format. That's good feedback.
okay, that leaves us for, I need a motion to adjourn. Unless anybody's got anything
Oh,
else.
one second. Our next meeting will be next month on the 16th at 4:30.
And again, we might extend that a half an hour.
I am just realizing I am out of town that day, so I will find a replacement for me.
What date was it? June?
16th,
16th.
16th, okay.
Up, Joan.
second Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it says here's, there's a travel trainer.
Yeah,
She's the one that was here last month, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I didn't remember that.
I didn't remember she was a trainer.
She's doing a knockout job. She's our travel trainer and event specialist. And
Oh.
her and Rogelia do a lot of the events together, but then she focuses on, custom individual training for folks who are trying to use the network of all different walks. She's done a wonderful job. And then final reminder, the TDP is going to be released for public comment. I will email you guys once it's released. It will be open for at least 30 days, probably a little bit longer. Would love for you guys to take the time to read through that and give me any feedback. It's rather lengthy. I think it's like 30 pages.
Can't
so.
be longer than the LRTP.
Amen to that. Yeah, it's like 300 pages. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Alrighty, that's all I have.
Okay, with that,
Well, I make a motion that we
Adjourn.
finish the meeting, adjourn, yeah, thank you.
I'll second that.
second, okay, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you all. See you next month.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Thank you. I'm not,